Hi all, good morning, good afternoon. So in today class, we will see how we can create one sample workflow using n8n. So if you have seen my previous class where you have now, I have explained how you will create your account, n8n account. Then once you have created your n8n account, then you will be able to see the landing page of the n8n account. Looks like this, and also you have explored some of the menu options and all. Okay, so today we'll just create very basic workflows just to get familiar with the n8n account. So once you will be get familiar with the n8n account, then slowly you will go into the next level where you will integrate LLM, and will also integrate all other applications, can be Airtable or can be any other systems. Okay, can be a Gmail account, Google Drive, Google Sheet. We are going to integrate it, but as a basics, as it will be your day one scripts for you in a day one workflow for you in an account, then you should have to start from very basics to know the nodes, to know the navigations in the n8n accounts. Okay, so we will start it. So hope I will not make this video with a longer duration. I'll try to wrap it up as soon as possible. Okay, so what you have to do, so I assume you guys have created your accounts and you are successfully logged into your n8n accounts. So once you have logged into your n8n accounts, you will be see this screen, or some people might be see start from scratch. Okay, so that's completely fine also, because I have already created one or two workflows because of this, so that screen is not coming for me. Okay, so if you click on this home screen, then you will able to see the overview of the screens. Okay, so then what you have to do, you have to directly go here, click on workflow. So if you see here, create credential, create variable, create data table, we will come to know one after another. So when you will start integrating with other services, then you will come to know the credential, variables and data table and so on. But at this point of time, we are not integrating any services, so that it's not required for the time being. Just simply you have to click on create workflow. So once you clicked on create workflow, so you will be see there is a workflow will create with your name, with the called my workflow. So you can rename this workflow, just click it here and you can say my first workflow. Okay, so you can create it and you can say this is my first workflow. Okay, so once you have rename it, come out from this and click it here outside, so that it will be saved, and you will see the editor window. This is, and once you execute and do your executions, you will able to see in the execution window. At this point of time, nothing is there for you because you have not created any workflows, and here you can do your evaluations of your workflows. Okay, now I'll back to the editor. So what you have to do, you have to just click on add first step. Once you click on add first step, in your right hand side, you will able to see a panel where you will able to see all possible nodes. Okay, so our very first node, when I say node is just a small units usually responsible to perform certain actions or certain triggers it will going to perform. Okay, so in your n8n workflow, it will be always start from the trigger, then it will going to perform actions, then it can be integrations and so on. Okay, so we will see. First of all, as I told, very initial node will be your trigger. The trigger can be different types. You can trigger manually, or you can trigger on app events, or you can schedule it, so when the time will reach it will trigger. And no, on webhooks also you can trigger it. Okay, that will come to know in the future class. Then on form submission, suppose you have to fill some details, then it will going to trigger, submit it, and it will going to trigger your workflows. Similarly, if you want to do some chart, then accordingly it will be trigger. Okay, so what you have to do, so you have to select the trigger. So which trigger you want to perform. So in my case, I have to just click on manual trigger. So once I clicked on manual trigger, so if you see this node is come up inside your no working pan. Okay, so here you can rename it also if you want, and if you see you can activate it or deactivate it, or you can run it, you can delete it also. And this particular node you can also do other operations if you see here. Okay, you can copy, deactivate it, replace, rename, and execute these steps and all. Suppose for example you want to test this node just to break your entire workflow into a small unit, and you want to test one after another, then in only you finally integrate and you build your workflow. So in that case, what you have to do, just you select it and you just click on run here. So if you see, the node is executed successfully and there is a green tick is coming here. Okay, and if you double click here, you will see the parameters of this particular node. Okay, because in this case you will not able to see, but you will see there are a lot of parameters will come in the other nodes. Okay, and this is the settings. In these settings you can also know, it will be most of the nodes you will find similar kind of settings. Here these settings you have to just configure based on the requirement and all. Okay, so and once your node is executed, you will see the output in these three format. One is the schema, and one is the table format, one is the JSON format. Okay, so it's very user friendly, the data will come, so you have to just use it. Then you have to click on close and you back here. Okay, so the next step is, so what if I go back to my document, the next step is what you have to do. Once you trigger it, then the next step is I have to create some customer details. I want to create some random customer details. Okay, to create some random customer details, there is a node is called customer data store. Okay, let me find this node from the node section. Okay, customer. Okay, if you see your customer data store n8n training. Okay, just to click it here. Once you click it here, there are two some nodes are coming. So one is called get one person or get all people. So if you select get one person, you will get only one record details of a customer. So I'll select get all people. So once I'll select all people, here you can limit it how many number of random customer details you want to create it. So at this point of time is fine for me. I'll just select it, I'll close this, and you will see the detail is created. Okay, sorry guys. So the next step is, so once your customer detail is created, you have to test it also, right? So how we'll test it? Similarly, the approach will remain same. Just you click on run here. So once you click on run, a node is executed successfully. Okay, and if you double click here, you will able to see the details here. Okay, and here you will see this is your schema format of your data. These are the customer details randomly created. Okay, that is in the JSON format, and the tabular format, if you see, these are the details created with the ID, name, email ID, nodes, and country. Okay, then the schema is also been created here in the schema format is created. Okay, so that's it. So once you have created your customer details here, let's assume what I want to do, whatever the customer details has been created, random customer details has been created, I want to filter out the customers. I want to filter out the customers. So if you see here, I want to filter out the customers from here, those who have not country mentioned, the customer those who have no country is mentioned in the country column, I want to exclude this. I want only the customers those who have only the country details like CO, US or UK or something. Okay, so how we'll do this? So to do this, there is another activity. If you see here, there is another activity is called edit field data filter. Okay, so you have to just go to here and search here edit field. Okay, we search here edit field, okay, edit field, okay, if you just click on this edit field, you'll be able to see this field here, okay. So in this field, just I close it for the time being. If you see, the field will looks like this, okay. So I'll just double click here, and you have to decide here which all are the fields you want to filter or you want to take it and display in the output. Okay, so there are 6-7 columns are there. Let's assume in your random customer details, you want to pick it. What all are the column you want to pick it for the customers, and you can display it. So let's assume I want the detail of name, okay, and second is I want the email. Perfect. Just you have to drag and drop, nothing you have to do, and you have to create drag and drop country. Okay, I want only these three fields. One is name, email ID, and country. Okay, so once I drag and dropped, just let me execute these particular steps. So if you see, I have just executed this particular step, and if you have seen the previous step, there are two more column was coming called ID created and blah 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 is what was coming, right? Now I have filtered the column. I picked only three columns, that is called name, email ID, and country. Okay, now my next step is I want to segregate the customers, those who have no country detail mentioned. Okay, so here my expectation is I want to segregate these 3 plus 1 4 customer in the another table, and this will be in the another table. So how we'll do this? Now to perform this activity, you have to go for an if node. Okay, so to do this, just simply you go to here, search if, just select this if node, and in if node, once you search it, you will be able to see a condition. Okay, what condition you want to test it? So what condition? You can test it multiple condition also by adding the condition button here, add condition button. So it's all depend. So how many condition you want to check, what kind of condition you want to check. So in my case, it's very simple. I want to check the country, okay, the country which is not exist. The country is string, which is exist, I want to take. The rest I will leave it. Okay, so this is my condition. I want to check the customer, those who have countries detail mentioned in the column. Just I have to check the existence, then I have to take into a table, and other one will be in the another table. Okay, so that's it. So if I'll just click execute here, if you see here, now that particular customer is eliminated from your table. Now you will see all the customer, those who have the customer details here. Okay, so now if you see here in this workflow, okay, there are two nodes, two threads is created from the if condition. One is if the condition is true, then if the condition is false. If the condition is true, then those who have the customer, those who have the country details, they will get in, it will go in the true condition. Okay, those who have no the country detail is not updated in the country column, it will go to the false direction. Okay, now we'll do this. So what you have to do now, we have to just format it. How we'll do this? Just select, right click, do tidy up workflow. Okay, now next you have to do, again you have to add a edit field. Okay, so I have just used edit field, and in the edit field I have to just, I need only the customer name, those who have country details, and I want the country, name and country of the customers, those who have the country details updated. Okay, now close it, and the other thread, what I will do, I will call another edit field here. Okay, so once I did this edit field here, I need only the name of the customers. Okay, those who have not country detail mentioned. Okay, now I come back here. Okay, my flow is ready now. Let me just minimize bit, tied up the workflow. Okay, so now my workflow is ready. So what I did now, if I'll back to the document, okay, if I'll back to my document, just I'll iterate it, reiterate. So here I have performed the trigger actions. In the trigger actions, my activity is called when clicking and execute the workflow. Okay, there can be any other trigger actions, but for this workflow I have used this trigger actions. Okay, then the next is my actions. What the actions I have been going to perform here. I have performed all these actions like creating random customers. Then I'm filtering out the customers, those who have no country mentioned in the column. And then again I have used one if conditions. Then I have segregated based on the customers, those who have country, those who have not country detail updated in the country columns. Okay, so that is all the other actions. Now if you see here, so this integration part we have not yet integrated. Okay, so that I will talk in the upcoming class, because there are a couple of other things also we are going to explain on the part of integrations. Okay, so here, so these are the nodes we have been used. One is called, okay, when clicking and execute the workflow, this is a trigger node. Then these are the action nodes: create customer stores, n8n training, which will create the random customers, then filter it, then you have to check the if conditions and so on. Okay, now it's the time to test the workflow. Okay, so how will test? Just you click on execute workflow. Once you click on execute workflow, see, immediately the workflow is executed very fast. It went very fast and the workflow is executed. And if you see here, it's green tick, green tick, green tick and green tick here. And if you see here, the 4 item is coming here and here 1 item is coming here. So if you double click here, you will see these are the 4 customers, those who have country details. Okay, and if you see here, double click, you will see there is 1 customer. Okay, those the customer who has not the country detail, there is no country detail updated in the country columns. Okay, it's clear now. So now I'll go to the executions tab. In the executions, you will see how many times you have executed. This has been captured here. Okay, these are the execution tabs. Okay, so I think that's it for today, and I hope you guys have understood. And it was very basic workflow. Before we will jump to the complex workflow to understand about integrations and to understand about all third-party applications, how we'll interact and credential creation. So all these things will be slowly learn on the upcoming classes. Okay, so I hope you guys understood the concepts, and my suggestion and request, you have to just go here and try to explore it. What exactly, each and every node, what is the purpose of the each and every node. So implementation will slowly will see it. Okay, so that's it. Thank you all. Bye bye. Thanks.